Due to the never-ending pandemic, I've been sitting around watching a lot of horror movies. Very recently, I watched a fantastic film called Daniel Isn't Real, and it really reminded me of Fight Club. That's when I came up with the idea for this video. What is this idea, you're most certainly asking? Well, I'll tell you, but only if you are brave enough to sit through this jump scare. Okay, cool, since you survived that, you have earned the very exclusive right of knowing my idea, and that is to compare well-known movies to horror films. Essentially, the goal here is to find the horror movie counterparts to specific films. This way, if you like a movie I bring up, you get a horror movie recommendation out of it. Got it? Okay, cool. Let's begin. Let's start with Fight Club, one of my personal favorites. If you're a movie fan, there's a good chance you know about the classic twist in Fight Club. Well, what if I told you that this guy is not the only dude hallucinating a superior counterpart? In the 2019 Shudder original Daniel Isn't Real, the protagonist Luke, a college boy with a troubled past, reconnects with his imaginary friend Daniel, who he has not seen since he was little. Daniel is charming and manipulative and seems to change Luke's life for the better, but Luke soon realizes that his imaginary friend Daniel has his own sinister intentions. A psychological thriller that is emotionally captivating and goes out with a bang, Daniel Isn't Real is demon possession story meets Fight Club and is definitely worth a watch. Let's move on to Office Space, the ultimate workplace comedy for entrepreneurs and slackers alike. Most people that hate their job probably really related to this movie. But if Office Space was not enough to inspire you to tell your boss how you really feel, or quit your job to follow your dream of becoming the world's first astronaut rapper, at least let it be inspiring enough for you to check out 2017's Mayhem. Mayhem follows a couple of employees, one of them being my literal wife Samara Weaving, who are trapped inside an office complex due to a virus spreading through the building. When infected with this virus, people are more likely to act on their worst impulses, both violent and sexual. You see, humans aren't meant to be cooped up in an office for hours on end. It completely contradicts our animalistic instincts. What Office Space and Mayhem both have in common is that office work kind of sucks. Mayhem is just a little more aggressive with the concept. Next, let's talk about what in my opinion is Edgar Wright's best movie, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, starring Michael Cera. Awkward nerdy kid in a band likes a girl, but he must defeat all 7 of her evil exes to be with her. For those of you who have seen it, you know Scott Pilgrim vs. the World is kinda zany, kinda cartoony, and also has a lot of heart. A horror movie called Defgasm has a lot of those same qualities. 2015's Deathgasm follows 2 teenage metalheads who end up accidentally summoning an evil entity. The lead guitarist of the band they're in is an awkward kid and isn't exactly the smoothest with his love interest in the film. Basically, his character is exactly the type of character that Michael Cera plays all the time. Replace indie rock with metal music, then replace fighting exes with battling demons, and you've got yourself Defgasm. I'd say it's Evil Dead meets Scott Pilgrim, and it's a hell of a good time. Next, I'm going to talk about The Truman Show. In this movie, Jim Carrey plays a man whose entire life is being broadcasted to the world 24/7 without his knowledge. Everyone he knows is a hired actor paid to be part of his life to entertain millions of viewers. Nothing is as it seems. The same can be said for the 5 college kids in 2011's Cabin in the Woods. The film is a satirical and meta commentary on the horror genre as a whole. The premise is cliche enough. 5 college kids head up to a cabin and bad things happen. You've seen it done many times before. But similarly to Truman and The Truman Show, there may be a lot more going on behind the scenes that the college kids are unaware of. Last but not least, let's tackle Jarhead starring Jake Gyllenhaal. Jarhead follows US Marine Anthony Swofford's experience in the Gulf War. Rather than focusing on the war itself, the film's emphasis is on the declining mental state of the Marine whilst awaiting action. Similarly, in 1990's Jacob's Ladder, the film follows a Vietnam War veteran, Jacob Singer, who has returned home but is struggling to keep his sanity. In both films, the protagonist experiences frightening hallucinations and flashbacks due to war. While Jarhead is more grounded in the real-life mental state of active soldiers, Jacob's Ladder takes the concept of fleeting mental health and turns it into a genuinely freaky horror film. So there you have it. If you dug the concept of this video, make sure you leave a like. It really helps the channel out, and it also lets me know if you guys like this sort of content. I have many more horror movie comparisons like this that I could have added to this video, but I don't like to make my videos too long. I do all sorts of horror movie related content, so click the subscribe button, that way you don't miss any future uploads. Thanks.